My name is Shanachi, and I'm an aesthetics educator here at Elite Permanent Makeup and Cosmetology College.
I'm Sarah Rainbolt-Foss. I'm an inflammatory skin condition specialist and also an aesthetics educator.
Oh. Do you think it hurts?
Not the spit bubbles.
Ma'am.
Okay, I did this.
Concerned for her baby hairs.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm laughing because she's laughing.
I know. I'm like,
I can't move my mouth.
Blink twice.
I'm missing spit. I did the face mask using the Knox gelatin, and like, I don't normally have a crease in my mouth right there.
Oh, don't peel it off, please.
Hydrate it.
You
Lick your lips, girl.
Have you ever? Oh my gosh. I can't even move my whole face. The girl that
What girl? What did you listen
the
to?
girl that I saw on TikTok that did this, I don't feel like she was like
Instructions unclear.
oh my god. Oh, it's so funny. Okay, I'm gonna try to peel it off.
Don't peel it. Don't peel it. Don't peel it.
Oh, she's gonna peel
Okay,
it.
here we go.
Oh, she's gonna do it. Oh.
Okay. Is that weird? Okay, I'm gonna try to peel it off.
Please don't tell me she peeled it.
There is a part too where she does peel it, and it's not that bad.
Oh, good.
But have you heard of someone using gelatin as a face mask?
I mean, right off the bat, it reminds you of what kind of mask? The
DMK,
the DMK
yeah.
mask, right? I mean, because the idea is it causes microcirculation and stimulation, and
She's definitely got a lot of circulation.
she's
going on.
rosy, right? She's oxygenating
Yeah.
her skin for
Yeah.
sure.
I mean, should we look at the ingredients of the DMK and see if it's just gelatin?
I know that there's egg whites in there for sure.
I can't do that mask because I get too claustrophobic. It makes me feel like I'm suffocating. I can't do it.
Yeah, I've had it done like 2-3 times, and every time, like as it's drying, it pulls out all your baby hairs and it kills you. I have the wet Q-tip just kind of like trying
Yep.
to.
So if I'm like at a high level of anxiety,
Yeah.
like I can't do the DMK because I'm like, you know what, that's probably not a good time. But at least I would know how to get that off. I can't imagine the amount of anxiety that she had
Because she
trying
just
to-
went at it dry.
and then she pulled it off.
Yeah.
She peeled it off.
Would you guys consider trying that?
Well, let's stop using things in our cupboards. I mean, honey. I like honey. I like honey.
Honey's been
I
around
like
longer
honey.
than any of us.
But
yeah.
let's like stop rubbing a lemon on our face to like.
we
make it-
we used to back in the day.
I know.
but
Well, I
we've-
used to put
we've-
it in my hair.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. We've
but
come a long way.
We've come a long way.
Yeah, yeah.
There are other options.
Go ahead.
Okay. Oh no.
Ow! How many times have we seen this?
Stop. Does she even have any hair though? Why is she crying?
Leg waxes are the worst, though.
It is. Well, right. Leg wax, no hair though, hard wax. It's not gonna hurt that
I mean,
bad.
this is your specialty, so you tell us how terrible that was.
So yeah, explain to us what's happening there.
So obviously it says my first leg wax using hard wax. Now hard wax is one of the more pleasurable waxes, if you will, because it's less exfoliating on the skin. You're literally just removing the hair. So for example, like if you're doing it on somebody's leg, unless they have like a really, really thick, deep root, it's not gonna hurt like that bad. But everybody's
Yeah.
different. Everybody's different.
I've had clients say that they would rather get a Brazilian than get their legs waxed.
Stop.
They say that the legs hurt so bad that they will never do it again.
You know what? I have had a couple of students say that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
I don't know. Well, I mean, in this case, for example, the issue here was the wax
It's
breaking
also the
up,
application.
right?
It's also leaving it on for too long. It's also like, what are all the things that went wrong in this? And I also want to know whose first leg wax was it? Was it the first time that they waxed a leg, or was it the first time the person got the leg waxed?
And where are the gloves?
Where are the gloves?
Where's the powder? Do you think there's powder on there?
We are not doing extractions or waxing without gloves. We are not doing that. That is, I'm
Pro
not,
gloves.
yes, I'm not like a hard and fast, like there are rules that you can bend in this industry, but those are 2 rules I will never bend or break. Always gloves when you wax, and always gloves when you do extractions.
If you were to get a wax from someone else and they're not wearing gloves, would you say anything to
I
them?
would walk
Yeah.
out.
Oh, really?
I would walk out because guaranteed they're double dipping. Guaranteed that they're, no, that's a no.
It's true. It's a red flag.
And that's
Red
not us
flag.
being judgy.
No.
It's not us being judgmental. It's
Facts.
us just being really
observant and knowledgeable, and pattern recognition is real.
yeah. And also sanitation is like our biggest thing.
Kind
So,
of the basics
as
of
educators,
what we do.
it has to be.
Yeah, legally binding. We're licensed.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
I'm getting a facial today.
Okay, you can close your eyes now. Close your eyes if you want. Okay, you can close your eyes. You can close your eyes.
The end of the facial.
You okay?
Are you okay?
The slight push. Baby, put the tissues on there. At some point, they don't know what to do.
Oh, we've all had this client.
This is something that happens?
Oh, very common.
Oh yeah. Or you'll be talking to them and they're like bending their neck back, like trying to look at you. So I like try to come on the side of the bed and talk to them this way. But
Because if not, it's just straight up your nostrils. It's like,
Yeah.
what are you looking for up there?
that's what the eye covers are for. That is what lip masks are for. You can,
You can get real cutesy, put a little sign on the ceiling that says "Close your eyes."
relax, relax,
Relax.
Yeah, they're definitely.
So, like, she posted that video. So, like, what is her reasoning not to close her eyes?
Well, she was probably just playing with the esthetician.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
she's
This is just a fun video.
This is probably just, but also there are people who, I think the answer to this would be, as an esthetician, making sure that your client feels relaxed enough to close their eyes or comfortable enough. I mean, there are people who, have PTSD and trauma, especially with the LED light. I always ask if they're claustrophobic before I put the LED light on them for the first time, or if they have any light sensitivity. I think it's a matter of asking your clients the questions that make them feel comfortable, because if they don't feel safe and comfortable and they don't trust you, then that is exactly what they're going to do.
That's very true. Because they want to see what's going on.
Yeah.
Oh. See, the other thing too is I try to tell the students sometimes, they're just like, why do people like to talk so much? I'm just like, you have to remember, some people are still working from home from COVID. And this is like the only conversation they've had.
Yeah.
And they're kind of paying you for your time.
Or they're touch starved, right?
Yeah.
There are so many people who
Yeah.
are single and touch starved, and so they're coming in and their facial or their massage is the only time that they are getting any kind of like
Yeah.
human touch.
So
especially if you live far away from home from your family and you're not hugging people and all of that. So you have to remember that,
So we give grace, right?
Totally.
We like,
Totally.
there's like this, like I think by the third point, like if she hadn't closed her eyes, I'm like, oh, she's messing with me.
Oh yeah. No, I definitely think this is like a parody, like it's funny, but also there are people who are like this.
100%.
Now,
You
if
gotta roll
they
with it.
don't close their eyes and you're putting stuff on their face, can it go in their eyes? Like, is that a
Depends on
problem?
what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, depends on what if you are using a chemical peel at some point, we do like put eye coverings on them, so we force their eyes to close.
Yeah. In this case, I would take the goggles and just like.
How was my first ever chemical peel? Glad you asked. I'm about to show you guys something so foul, so disgusting. This is not a normal reaction to a chemical peel, what happened on my face, but I need to put this out there so that way everyone understands the risks that are associated. Mind you, I've done microneedling, Botox, laser hair removal, all kinds of stuff. This was my first time to ever do a chemical peel in my life. For those that don't know, it's a skin treatment that uses acids to exfoliate the top layer of your skin, promoting cell turnover. The only thing that I could think of that explains this side of my face that I'm about to show you guys is maybe the acid was too strong for me, or bacteria entered in through my compromised skin barrier. Either way, I'm so sorry for what you're about to see. 3, 2, 1. So I posted a picture of this on a Nashville girls group. There's like 50,000 girls on there. I'm like, surely there's a dermatologist in here somewhere. You can imagine when you ask the internet, what could this be? You're gonna get all sorts of answers. I was getting, oh, that looks like basal cell sarcoma. You might have cancer. I got, oh, that could be shingles, but I didn't have chickenpox as a kid. I got, oh, that's for sure a chemical burn. And I was like, oh, I just had a chemical peel. So obviously I called the esthetician that did this, and then she prescribed me mupirocin and cephalexin. This could be staph. This could go septic. I'm sure there's been a lot of success stories with chemical peels. That is just something that I will personally never be doing again.
Ew.
Did she say she had a facial before, or was it just
She
straight?
said she's had microneedling before.
Okay.
Do you want to know what I think?
please.
And this is not me just immediately being defensive of the esthetician, or because it looks like it was a medical esthetician. So it looks like someone who is nursing staff, right? Granted, the dog in the space it's not a good look.
Correct.
But I think that has to do with the aftercare. I think too many people after chemical, well, and this is the responsibility of the esthetician too, is when you're talking about aftercare, you're not just talking about the aftercare of their skin, you're talking about the aftercare of the environment, right? So making sure that they know to change out their pillowcases, making sure that they know to disinfect their phone. That looks like your skin was compromised and you put your phone up to your face and there was
Hand on the
bacteria on
face,
it.
yeah.
Nobody realizes, I tell people all the time, they're like, oh, well, I don't put my phone up to my face. But you're setting your phone, how many different places did we set our phones this morning? And then we touch our phone and then we touch our face, right? So, or if you have animals like cats that are sleeping with you, or you have dogs that are sleeping with you, or you have dogs that are licking your face, or, there are things
While you're
that
sleeping.
Yes. And you have things that are throughout your day that you just are normal and you don't really notice or consider. And so it definitely could be, that to me doesn't look like a chemical burn. That to me obviously is an infection with bacteria. And I feel like it would have been all over her face if it would have been the fault of the esthetician.
Right.
Because when you're doing that, you're spreading the chemical peel all over the face, which means you would be spreading the bacteria. Maybe she just had an area that was more compromised. I don't know. But to me, it looks like something that was introduced after the skin was already compromised by the chemical peel. Like I was saying, like holding up your phone to your face after a chemical peel when it's already,
in such a delicate state.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's inflamed. It is trying to repair itself. You injured it. Like a chemical peel is an injury to the skin in order for it to respond.
Controlled trauma.
Controlled trauma, exactly. So I feel like this was something that happened after the fact.
Right.
But I could be wrong. But that's my assessment.
I totally back that up, right? Because it's like I would expect a little bit of like frosting, if maybe
That's what I was expecting.
Yeah. I was like, okay, well, is her like half of her face frosted? Is she gonna look a little crazy?
And I feel like the burn would have happened immediately. Like you would have been able to see it, and it didn't look like she frosted when they did the. I don't know, but
I mean, because day one she looked great.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, this is what you want to look like.
Or are you using retinol and you're not telling?
Did you lie?
Did you lie and use retinol or not stop your retinol in enough time, and then it was a chemical burn that then got infected and turned into. There's so many.
But I mean, you can see how the esthetician definitely like stepped up, didn't hide, like
Yeah,
was like, okay,
exactly.
let's get this situation
Exactly.
solved.
And that's what these kinds of things really bother me too, because it's like a lot of it isn't necessarily, there are a lot of estheticians who don't know what they're doing and they have access to chemical peels that they should not be doing, right? But the one that she was doing looks like it's either the Perfect Derma or the Vi, because those are, I think one of those is brown. So it would have to be done by a nurse or a medical esthetician. And so I feel like when you have that background, you're less likely to have situations like this.
Yeah, you've pre-screened. Like sometimes there's blood work that goes into all
Exactly.
this.
Yeah. So especially with the medium depth peels that estheticians, we aren't allowed to do. So this would probably be a medical esthetician. I just think that it's kind of BS when people come on and start bashing badly about the esthetician when there are a lot of factors that go into it. And it doesn't look like negligence to me.
100%.
But the dog definitely doesn't bode well for that, for the
Right.
sanitation and story of, the bacteria.
One more time.
I know exactly.
Is it tubing mascara? Is it eyelash extensions?
No, those are extensions.
They're extensions.
Those are extensions.
I mean, they're not technically ripped out yet. This could still go okay-ish.
I don't know. I feel like the rubber mask wouldn't attach too much.
That's the
Like, I
thing.
don't think it would take them all off.
Yeah, a little
but
fully through. But I mean, obviously.
I'm not going to risk it if it costs $200
you're just
for
not
a
going to
set.
cover them, right? You're just not going to cover them. That's the thing. It's like you use your judgment.
Have you ever seen that happen?
Sometimes it'll happen with like a lash strip or like a lash cluster.
Or the clusters,
Yeah.
yeah.
And that's normal. But I mean, this
And
is
if your lash artist, like, isn't a good one and they're not on there, then that would
the last days of your set.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. This is bringing up some PTSD.
I know, right? How many times can you sanitize? Is there too many times? There's not too many times.
My heart immediately started racing.
It's good though. It's good. It's a good fear.
Memory.
And like my instructor wouldn't let me have nails that long for this. I won't lie.
From the corner of my mind. Oh yeah, we were not allowed to have nails.
Miss Alicia would have.
Oh
like,
yeah,
cut
no.
those nails.
Rest in peace. We would not have.
Hair down too. I love it. Beautiful, but she wouldn't have allowed it. Okay, the technique.
Pass.
Cute. The sanitizer cherry on top.
Give that-
and don't give 'em eye
Yep.
contact. Yep.
Give-
Don't look 'em in the eye.
Do not, no eye contact.
No eye contact proctors.
Give that girl her license.
A+.
Because that is more than any of the recent California estheticians have had to do.
So you're actually pro this person.
Oh, we
Yeah.
are so, yeah.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, you have to realize, like, most of what we do is disinfection sanitation. So what we're observing is she sanitizing her hands?
Yep.
Is she not double dipping? Is she using items one time? You know, is she appropriately draping her client?
And that's the whole point of when students will ask us, like, oh my gosh, like, what do I need to focus on for my test? And the answer is always chapter 5.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
always disinfection and sanitation. It's always, if you
Yeah.
know that, you'll be fine.
100%. 34% of the state board is disinfection sanitation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And with not having the practical anymore in California, it's like they're missing out on such a huge
Yeah.
part of the education of, you know.
This was drilled into us.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is just one segment of like a multiple segment
How many
process.
were there?
I want to say it
10?
was like 10 to 12.
10 to 12?
Because the blood exposure, the makeup,
Microdermabrasion,
microdermabrasion,
lashes.
the wax, the tweezing.
Wait, lashes were part of makeup, right?
Lashes, yeah, but they were also technically separate.
That's right.
Yeah. And then there was
A lot of the people in the comments are kind of saying she's sanitizing too much.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
There's
no.
no cons.
You can't and especially with the practical, they're looking for is your like I always say, the state board is not there to be jerks. They're not there to like be,
They're just doing their jobs.
they're just doing their jobs. They're there to make sure that you're not spreading infection throughout the city. Their main job is to make sure that you are doing everything safely so you are not harming the public.
No.
So when it comes to the practical, all they care about is that you're doing things in order and the way that you're supposed to, and that it looks like you know what you're doing. But mostly sanitation and disinfection.
Yeah.
Like there was one part where if you took out your bag and you took out the wrong bag out of the suitcase, your whole test was done. That was disinfected when it went in, and now it's
Contaminated.
it's contaminated
Yeah.
and you can't use it anymore. So
Yep.
literally you'd have to pack up your stuff and you'd have to go and you'd have to retake the practical test. Like they were so strict about it. It was
Yeah.
like all of the bottles had to be sanitized after each thing.
Yep.
And you had to, like, there was a whole like way to do it
Yeah.
that was very, very specific. And they're just trying to make sure that you're not spreading disease and infection throughout the city. And so I think that is the saddest part about losing it is
Yeah.
that, I know a lot of people are happy and excited about it because it was super stressful.
But the fear is gone.
Exactly. And I think that has something to do with the fact that a lot of new estheticians are finding it hard to find jobs because a lot of the older estheticians who are looking to hire new employees are not wanting to hire the newer generation of people who didn't have to do the practical.
That's true. That's true.
Because the education in a lot of schools, not ours, but in a lot of schools are not really, really heavy on that. It's basically, they're just teaching you how to pass the test.
Yeah.
And right now the test is online.
Yeah.
So they're not really working with you and drilling into your head all of the things about sanitation and disinfection.
Giving you those skills.
Exactly.
And like, for example, it's like we always told people, it's like sanitation is like a checkpoint for you. Like if you don't know what your next step is, just sanitize your hands.
Exactly.
Like they're not going to get mad at you for sanitizing your hands.
Exactly. Yep. No, you just sanitize. When in doubt, sanitize.
Yeah.
That's always what the
Carry
answer
on.
was. Yep.
Right. What was there was one horror story I remember when the state board, it's like, because when you go to take your state board, you do use the doll heads, right? And people have used the doll heads and the doll heads have like actually fallen onto the floor. So it's like, you have to like play it cool. You pick up your doll head, you disinfect your doll head and you continue on with the service.
Sanitize it,
Yeah,
yep.
you sanitize the doll head, you sanitize yourself and you keep going because
Yep.
obviously your client's head wouldn't actually fall off. So really state board is just there to see what you're going to do in these situations.
When in doubt, hand sanitizer. You just give yourself a second to breathe and remember what the next step was. Because the other thing is that you didn't have any of the papers that said what to do next. You had to listen to the proctor. The proctor would tell you, okay, this is the next step.
Yeah.
And then you had to memorize every single step in order.
You practice this, you drilled
You
this, you know what to
practiced it.
do.
Like,
Don't look at anyone else.
That's why sometimes they're bored in class now. And it's like, no, you don't understand. Like, you were really trying to get the theory done and also you were having to practice the practical. And so there's a lot more time in class now.
Yeah.
Take it off!
I would rather die.
Then you will die!
Oh,
Okay, because what is the Milady book? The Milady book says that your nail should be no longer than the free edge of your finger, right? Okay, so I mean, obviously the reason is for sanitation purposes. It's like you should be able to get under your nails and disinfect. You should have a nail brush there at your access. Sometimes I use a spoolie because I don't want to clean my nail brush, you know? I mean, the concern is obviously
Spoolie is genius.
Spoolie is genius. Also, because it's like you don't want to like run the risk of like poking your client in the eye, and like when you're learning, you don't know where to put your hands. So, I mean, am I pro having no nails during school? Yes. Do I see estheticians with nails? Yes. I mean, do I bash them? Never.
Yeah, no, I get
have a little
comments
nail.
on my reels sometimes about like, you know, you're an
About your beautiful
educator and
hands?
you're an educator, you have long nails, you're an esthetician, you have long nails. I don't really.
And I wear gloves.
I wear gloves. I literally wear gloves. And like, so when we were in school, if you had long nails, I remember the girls, if they showed up to school with long nails, like they would get their set over the weekend and they'd try to show up on Monday and they would walk in and it was part of your uniform. And if you had long nails, they would send you home and they'd say, take them off. And you could not come back until your nails were completely gone. Completely
Just as bad
off.
as open-toe shoes. Like,
Exactly.
criminal.
It was one of those things, like you show up in all black, you don't have nails, closed-toed shoes, like you show, it's part of your uniform. And then after, like post-COVID, I remember is when I started teaching and I sat down with Miss Alicia and I was like, I saw all these girls with nails and I was like, oh, like, are we doing nails now? And she was just like, well, like we're getting a little more lenient with it and it's not really something that we're sending people home for anymore. And I was like, what?
I got sent home.
Because and also because like they're learning extractions, right? So it's like they're just digging in on people.
A knife and a knife?
Yeah. So I think during school, definitely when you're learning like no nails, and then afterward you can choose whatever you want to. It's like I think it's similar to when you're an esthetician, whether or not like whether you wear scrubs or whether you wear like regular clothes,
Whether you wear gloves or not.
Exactly. That is a non-negotiable. You mean during a facial? Yeah. No. So, but I mean like I think it's just kind of part of your uniform and whatever you decide, you know, you want to do.
That's it for this episode, Sarah. Thank you so much for coming on.
Of course.
Thank you so much for watching our podcast. Please make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. It would help us out so much. This show films at Elite Permanent Makeup and Cosmetology College here in Los Angeles, California. Make sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok.